Alright, hello everybody, this is Pred again. I'm actually going to start a new, I'm going to start a new series, I guess would be the way to say it, and we're going to basically just follow Pred and see how he progresses. So my plan is to, well, I'm going to slow that down. My plan is to, every week, I'm going to post the first game that I play on Tuesday. I chose Tuesday because I play pool on Monday, and so the first day that I actually get to play is usually Tuesday night. So the first game that I play on Tuesday, win or loss, no matter how good the game is, we're going to post it and we will basically track my progress. I'm pushing for platinum, of course, as a lot of people are, and so I'm going to basically just track and hopefully we'll just see how long it takes for me to get to platinum. The only exception to the Tuesday rule is if I play a game that pushes me up to the next bracket, or if, God forbid, I play one that pushes me down, I will post that regardless. So if I end up going up to gold, then even if it's not a Tuesday game, I'll make sure I post that. And these are going to be pretty much dissection videos because I wanted to show a little bit of what I meant and things of that nature. So I'm going to be dissecting this video. Also, just want to let people know while this game gets going that Friday I am going to be actually casting my first game. I have some friends who are in Platinum Division, and I already talked to them. They said, yeah, that's fine, we'll do a game night Friday, and none of them have any problem with me casting the game. One of the guys that's going to be cast is actually, if you look at my profile, I have a website, and so it's him. Also, I actually kind of miss some, well, I miss some stuff. Basically, actually, we'll back this up real quick, because what I wanted to show, as far as one of my trains of thought, actually, so I have a probe coming up here, and you can see he's going to scout just like he should. This guy's got an SCV coming up. The SCV actually goes away, so if you look, I don't see the SCV anymore, but we're going to go back, and I come in here, and I'm scouting, and as you can see, I see nothing. I'm pretty much, I generally assume that the people that I'm playing are of the equivalent skill of like Boxer or something until proven wrong, which I know that they're not, but you get my point. Assume that your opponent is better than you think he is. And so I come down here, I build my gateway. I didn't see anything in his base. He wasn't building anything, so I had no idea what was going on. So I send this probe out to make sure that there's not a proxy barracks or something like that. And I'm trying to make sure that he's not trying to set up in my base somewhere. And the reason for this is actually, when I first started playing, and I was still playing random, I went in, I was Zerg, and I scouted a Protoss, and he had nothing. He had nothing. I was like, sweet, this is going to be an easy win. I kind of let my guard down, sent out a bunch of Zerglings. He was proxy raxing, or proxy gateway, and he overwhelmed me. It came down to both of us were just destroying each other's base, but in the end, I couldn't destroy the proxy. Like, I destroyed his base, but I couldn't destroy what was proxy. So we're going to go back to everyone view, and what you're going to actually see is he was proxy raxing, but the reason why this doesn't concern me so much is because since he wasn't in my base, he still has to come through the front door. And so I wasn't terribly worried, and basically I go ahead and proceed. I'm going a pretty normal Stalker build, and it looks like he's going for some, well, pretty heavy infantry early on. He's just trying to finish up the wall and everything. You can see he's starting to get his gas, and he's queuing up a whole bunch of SCVs, which generally speaking, you only want to queue one, maybe two at a time. And the reason for that is because anything that's sitting in this command center, like right here, there's 5 SCVs being built. So there's 50, 100, 150 minerals that could be used elsewhere. Also, you'll see he's got a bunch of pro or SCVs that aren't doing anything. That's bad too, because if an SCV is not working, all he's doing is costing you money, is the essential. I put up a forward pylon because I'd planned on getting Warp Gate, which is pretty standard for Protoss versus anything. You pretty much have to get Warp Gate for any real effect. I'm also getting a robotics facility because, as I said, when I was scouting him, I couldn't really tell what he was doing, so I plan on getting observers pretty quick. And I'm building my first Stalker, and I also have the Warp Gate technology coming in, getting the second gas up and everything. On his end, he's still pumping away. Well, actually, he was. Okay, he is going to destroy these rocks. I guess he's attempting a quick expansion in the mineral, or the high yield, which is good in a way, especially if you could pull it off, because high yields they give you, I can do a video of that later, but high yields give you a lot more bang for your buck than a normal one does. And here you can see he's actually getting a reactor, so he's going to be trying to pump Marines, trying to break me down. Probably going to see if he can break in maybe when I leave the base or anything like that. And let's see, do I have the... No, I don't have the observer out yet. So he's gone. One of the problems that he's got right now is you can see he's got a pretty good amount of minerals. Also, since I have the probe up here scouting, I know nothing's coming right now. And he's... Oh, there he goes. And remember what I said before about the queue. So in the reactor's case, you can actually queue up, or it's actually building 2 at a time. But in the end, all these Marines down here at the bottom are still wasted minerals. Those could be working for him, building another building, teching, or whatever. As you'll see, I have 1 Stalker building, and I have enough to build another. There comes the observer I was talking about. Probe's still going. Let's see if he's doing the queue. Nope, he is not queuing up probe, so he's getting his other refinery, which is good. The observer's going out. Like I said, I just need to see what he's doing because that probe scout told me nothing. Some chrono boosted gateways and everything. Well, I'm trying to wait for this to finish, and it just did. And so once these guys finish coming out, I should be shifting them into gateways. One thing that I seem to have a problem with, and actually it's okay early game, it looks like, but you see I was at 40 of 42. Well, that a lot of times that's what slows me down. And that too, this pylon should have gone on the other side of the bushes. I'm not sure what my plan was, but as you can see, that pylon can't see past those bushes. Now I got lucky, there was nothing up there, but you never know. So here, I was actually sending the stalkers out. I stumbled onto his military, and we do a little dance. And then that's when I realized there must be, oh, now I definitely see it, there's a proxy racks. So I go ahead and I'm dancing back. Stalkers aren't that bad against Marines, but Marines aren't bad against Stalkers because they don't take the bonus damage. As you can see, Stalkers do bonus damage to armored, and Marines are not armored. So he's sitting there pumping away the Marines, and he finally canceled it. He's trying to lift it off. He's going to try to run, but it won't matter. Stalkers can shoot air. There's the warp gates that I talked about. Remember, this forward pylon is going to come in handy later because you can warp units into any pylon field, and this one is basically my forward pylon as a way to get reinforcements pretty quick. I didn't really move the observer around as much as I should have, and actually now you can see I'm sitting pretty high on the minerals, and it was because of exactly what I told you about. I got locked by pylons, and I couldn't build anything else. So there I have the probe going up to build a pylon. Given what I know, I should have probably built a couple, but I didn't. So anyway, come up, stalkers come up, find out the barracks is still there, and the stalkers are going to come over, and I just told him to go ahead and shoot. He's going to try to move it out of the way, and he's not going to be able to make it. He's about to lose that barracks. Yep, and the stalkers are coming up just to make sure. I went ahead and queued him up there on it, but he's got a lot of cash, not much stuff. Actually, let's look at the production. As you can see, he's only producing a marauder right now. I'm expanding, going to pick up my natural just because getting ahead in the income race is great, which I'm already pretty substantially ahead. I have 10 more workers. I have the Immortal down here with some zealots blowing up his rocks and everything. And really, if you look at it, I probably could have gone through the front door, but granted, like I said, I didn't really scout with the observer like I should have. I left him there and forgot about him. But anyway, the rocks are dead, and so we're going up, and let's see, where else are we going with this? Building another pylon, which is good, getting a forge so I can get some ground upgrades, and I finally built a couple pylons because, once again, I am locked by pylons, which you can see is causing my minerals to shoot way up. But in the meantime, I have this force going around behind, and this is why most of the time you really want to make sure that, kind of like I had tried to do up here with the pylon, well, if you're Terran, build an SCV, or build a supply depot down here. If you're Zerg, throw an Overlord down there, because you need to make sure that someone's not trying to backdoor you, which is what just happened here. So, his military attacks, I was going to try to burn down the command center, but then I saw that it wasn't that big. I actually tell the Zealots to attack, move back, and they end up saying, you know what, we're going to take out the supply depot. Great job, guys. So I ended up having the manual tell them, no, come over here. And Zealots are pretty good against Marauders. They're pretty good against Armored, which Zealots are not Armored. And so as you can see, the Zealots do okay. Mead kills him. I think my Zealot actually dies. I'm not sure. Yeah, he probably does. Yep, SCV got himself a kill, but it doesn't matter. My Stalkers, and I have a couple of Mentors, as you can see. Also, coming up the front, I am now breaking down his front door. So again, it's pretty